Welcome to Battle Truth and my point of view. Oh, no, you. So I'm not a hater. I could only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable MallikiBaker, your presiding judge, chairman, and spokesperson for the One United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. Okay, man. I need mature audiences to pay attention to what I'm about to say and what I'm about to address. I don't condone the actions of anything Easy the Block Captain did or anything that's going on in this mess we have here of Remy Ma's and Papoose' marriage. But being Battle Truth, I have to tell the truth at the same time, just exposed of a lot of misrepresentation that's actually being put out there. So let me just say this, and I'm not defending Easy the Block Captain in no type of way at all, but I do want to educate my audience on the truth. I want to just educate y'all on the truth so you can understand something, okay? Now, Easy the Block Captain is not a young person. Like a lot of people saying on social media, they under the impression this man is young. Easy the Block Captain is 40 years old. Remy Ma is 44, okay? They're the same age, basically, for the most part. She got 4 years over him, okay? Easy have like a 17-year-old daughter. He got like 3 other kids, if I ain't mistaken, 2 or 3 other kids. I think he got 4 kids in all. Okay, he's not young like they saying on these other social media platforms, as though Remy's taking advantage of a young dude. No, he's 40 years old. Okay. However, another thing I want to clear up: Easy didn't do nothing that no other or average nigga would have done. These people ain't really believers in God and have relationships with God. And even some people that claim to have a relationship with God still would have did what Easy the Block Captain did. Okay? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Y'all have to understand Easy's situation and position of what Remy propositioned him with when she started messing with him. Easy was broke. He didn't have nothing. He was living with a woman named Hurricane Dew, who was his ex. For the most part, she used to look out for him a lot. He didn't have really much at all. He was a convicted felon who had already been in prison. He was trying to find his way through battle rap, and he was getting mistreated and robbed during his whole entire career. Easy the Block Captain was on a 6-year battle rap contract deal that is unheard of in battle rap. He was on a slave deal with no monies guaranteed. In other words, they was holding him down for 6 years, but financially wasn't doing nothing for him. They just was making sure he don't go nowhere else to make any money. They was robbing him blind. That's a fact. Even though I cover this, I'm going to tell the truth. And I'm going to let y'all hear it with y'all own ears and see it with your own eyes. He was on a 6-year contract deal with the URL. They was exploiting him, underpaying him. He was barely making ends meet, and they were taking advantage of the situation. Listen.
What was wrong was, if we want to keep it $1, what was wrong was people gave you a contract without telling you to give it to a lawyer. If we want to keep it $1 from the beginning, because at the end of the day, if you was really for me or for the artist, yo, send this to somebody so they can look over to you. Because you know, any in a hood position that don't got something with mad do it. We hear it in hip hop all the time. They sign 360 deals and send it back because they don't have. So when a gets smart and actually start reading now it's a problem. Now it's bad. That was bad business now because the start reading now. It's not bad business. The contract's bad business. The only thing that I did was get smart and send it to somebody who can read for me. Period.
Okay. So Easy was on a 6-year contract deal. Notice what he just said. It was broke and didn't have nothing. He signed the contract, especially at the time where his stock hadn't even risen yet. That's one of the advantages the URL get over people. They see potential in young up-and-coming artists and rappers, but these rappers have no value. So they look at it as though they're giving you the opportunity to display your talents on their main stage. In other words, it's like taking a guy who know how to play basketball real good on the blacktop or the park, and then the NBA give him 30 minutes to play in an NBA game live, so he get to display his talents. And if he do real well, people be like, "Woo, that dude was killing. He good. Who is he?" So that's what the URL was doing. They would lock you down if they saw potential in you. And then what they would do was build your brand up by giving you a platform, which is the biggest stage in battle rap to rap on. So Easy had to put in the work. He had to memorize his stuff. But it was up to the people to buy into whatever it was about him that they would eventually gravitate, by which his stock then blew up. So he was on a 6-year contract deal. No promises, no money guaranteed, or nothing. Just whenever we call you, when we're ready to put you on, then be ready. But you don't get no money coming in. So 3 years into his contract, he got his big break. And he was doing good to the point that the community started gravitating around him. And his name started getting big. But he signed a 6-year deal. No money guarantees. So even though now he a hot commodity and high in demand, he signed that contract. So now his labor is in vain. So think about it. He living with somebody else. He broke and poor. But he's trying hard to take advantage of every opportunity the URL give him so that he can actually start making money eventually, which didn't really come. So what ends up happening was he was broke. He had 2 more years left on his contract. Listen.
I don't owe you around no money. I don't owe you around no battles. I did owe them some time. I did the proper procedure. I hired a lawyer. We found a way to get out the contract without nobody being hurt, period. The only thing that people was mad about is because I can now leave and be free now.
See, he don't owe them no money. He don't owe them no battles. He only owed them time. He had 2 more years remaining on his contract. When Remy propositioned him and she saw his contract, she gave it to her lawyers. The lawyers went through the paperwork and found that it wasn't a legal binding contract. It wasn't legally binding because it was a slave deal that he was not being compensated. He was being exploited. So what they did was told him, don't worry about the contract. And to protect him, they gave him a real contract by which Remy would now oversee him and be his manager. She knew his stock. She knew he was in high demand, and she was $400,000 in the hole. Now, what would you do if it was easy? Remember, you're not a believer in God. I'm not talking about people who believe in God. Because, and once again, even some people who may say they believe in God, this is still a heavy temptation on you. When you got a woman who possibly, let's say possibly, because we finding out certain things, but you believe is a millionaire. You want to be a rapper. She connected to the industry. The women you used to dealing with don't come close to her in no type of way. And she's now appearing to like you and want to take you out of your poverty. She bought him a house. She bought him a car. She got his grill and stuff fixed because this is how he used to look before he met her.
I don't know for sure what's going on in their bedroom, and Lord knows I hope not much because of the nature and the status of his gums. Okay? I pray that Remy doesn't have to use Vagisil after laying down with this little boy. Okay? That's how you can tell he's young. That's how you can tell he's single. He ain't got nobody that love him.
See that? They calling him a little boy. They saying he young. He not young. He not a little boy. He's 40 years old. She only 4 years older than him. That's what I be meaning by they don't know. But yet they be speaking like they know. They don't. Again, and just get back to it. So she cleaned up his situation. Okay? She cleaned up his situation. And now, you know, he look a little bit more presentable. Now look how he looks.
Yeah, I took the picture with the Christmas picture. Tree in the back. The love. Yeah. Y'all hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you mean I
She fixed his grill, got him hooked up. Why? Because she knew eventually the truth would come out. And when it come out, she wanted to make sure he looked presentable so she wouldn't be a laughing stock to the music industry. She know Cardi B listening. She know Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj and them listening. She know Ice Spice and Sexy Red and them. She know they listening. She know that. So she wanted to make sure that she get him together before it was to ever come out. Okay? So she dressed him up. She bought him a house, bought him a car. She took off his beads. He used to wear nuts and raisins and berries like a damn Nigerian. She stripped him of all that, and she started putting them on platinum chains and diamonds. That's what Papoose was talking about. She spending the money tricking off on him. She build the bear the nigga. That's what she did. She build the bear the nigga. She took him out of poverty and she build the bear the nigga. So she made a damn rapper. That's what she did. Now, he had the talent. Listen, the man fire. The man fire. He just ain't too bright. Okay? When it comes to battle rap, he that dude. When it comes to battle rap, he's that dude. And see, that's another thing people don't get. That can become an attraction. That can become an attraction. When she's standing there and listening to all these people screaming and hollering his name while he going crazy and shaking the room, that builds an attraction. I'm keeping it 100. People are, look, you can be attracted to people who are in the same field as you. That's why you see sometimes actors marrying actors, athletes marrying athletes, musicians marrying musicians, because when you're in the same field and you're good at what you do, it can become an attraction. So I wouldn't doubt that even though she was looking at his situation, seeing that he was in a poverty state, you know, women love taking care of guys. They love fixing people up. That's part of their nurturing spirit. That's why some men get it wrong when they believe that all you got to do is financially take care of a woman. Nah, you're doing her job. You're doing her job. Okay? You're doing her job. Her job as a woman is actually to want to take care of you. And sometimes you can take from a woman when you're the one showering her for the most part with all the gifts and things. For the most part, when you're dealing with a woman and you got money like that, put it on a card, give it to her, and let her be a woman. It's cool to buy her things every now and then, but allow her to be a woman, because in her nurturing spirit, she wants to dress you and shower you with things, because that's part of her spirit. That's why when women go out, what do a woman do when normally she goes shopping and you ain't around? She be like, babe, I saw this. I think you'll, she bring you something back, because that's naturally in her. When she care about you, she love you. When she out there, she's seeing things for you too. Oh, he'll look good in this. Oh, he'll smell good wearing this. Oh, that's what they do. Sometimes men don't get that. You know what I mean? You have to allow her to step into her own. Now, that's what the situation was when it came to him. When it came to him in that situation like that, she fixed his situation. And she may have became attracted to his talents and gifts. I wouldn't doubt it. Because if y'all saw this dude rap, dude can rap. He got conviction, stage presence, aggression, lyric, bars. He just get a bad rap because of the love people have for Papoose. But just being honest, as a non-believer and a nigga, a street dude, he didn't do nothing different any other guy would have did in his position. You got a millionaire woman who look better than any woman you dealing with, taking you out of your poverty and giving you financial relief when you were just struggling. Now you ain't living with nobody else. Now you got your own house. She upgrades your vehicle and puts you in an up-to-date vehicle. Then she giving you the biggest paydays in your whole career when you were just getting robbed by the biggest league in battle rap, exploiting your talents and gifts. And you get to have sex with a famous woman who a lot of guys would kill to have sex with or want to be with. And she's willing to give it to you. She giving you head, letting you hit her from the back, and cashing you out. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. 8 out of the 10 dudes ain't turning that down. The only persons who turning that down is a homosexual and the person who actually in love with the Lord Jesus Christ. Other than that, he didn't do nothing different any other nigga would have done. But there's a difference between a nigga and a believing, I'm finna say black man, but it ain't about no colors. It's a difference. You know, it's a big difference. So he get a bad rep because, again, who it is that this been done to. And people have a soft spot for the child. Even though she took advantage of his poverty. She took advantage of his poverty. Ain't too many people turning that down when you struggling like that. He went from barely getting $1,000 a battle to now getting 20, 30, 40,000, maybe more than that. Because she see his worth and value and how he collect and how she make money off him. That's why she wasn't able to break it off with Papoose like they agreed upon, because them numbers came in and she saw the numbers. He did his first battle for her and got her out of a $400,000 debt just like that. I'm talking about literally got her out of a $400,000 debt with his first time being booked on her event.
And I mean, Remy put it out there. I'm gonna ask you what you think of it. She said she spent $400K on battle rap without recouping a dime. You know what I mean? Like your thoughts on that? As I mean, you a businesswoman yourself and all that. Yeah, I mean, but you also you got passion for this sport. What you think about that?
Yo, I feel like that. I feel like it's like people should take that for what it is. She's in this shit for the love. She's in this shit for the females. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know, sometimes people be in it for the wrong things. Oh, I can make money off this. I can make. She took a loss and she's still like, nah, look. You feel what I'm saying? So everything she said from beginning till now has been facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I just want to see the ladies win. I want to pay the ladies more. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So people should take that and, all right, cool, Remy real. Like, because I was seeing a lot of shit. Oh, is she only here for the moment? And nah, like, come on.
Yeah.
If I lost for, I would tell you to snap.
Hey, a girl, all right, you want 10,000? Here's 10,000. If I put you on my card in February at 10,000, I can't put you every week 10,000 to everybody. I'm gonna be fucked up. One, women, I told you, I still have yet to make $1. I'm at least 400,000 in the minimum. It's over 400,000. But if I want to be fair, I'd be like, all right, 400,000. I've not made $1. But
they didn't know that. Other platforms outside of battle rap, they didn't know that. She was $400,000 in the hole. She was in the red. And rather than go back to Papoose to hear I told you so, she like, no, I'm not finna do that. She's a narcissist. She refused to throw her hand in to say that it wasn't working because she didn't want the backlash from Papoose. So that go that power struggle right there. So she exploited his poverty. She preyed on his weakness. And he wasn't going to turn her down. This is an upgrade to his struggling life. He did nothing that the average nigga wouldn't have done. He just get a bad rep because he's a goofy. I'm just going to keep it real. He's a goofy. He don't know how to be quiet. He don't know how to play his cards right. And is going against a person who the people like. And the majority of the people that's in his corner is people who support Black love, family, marriage, God, life. And they are the enemy at it. He's the third wheel that's kicking at that brand that they was actually promoting under the banner of they love. And then when you got a baby involved, no, it's a bad look. So no, nobody cares about how he was played. Nobody cares about what he was struggling with and going through. Nobody looks at he's a victim too. Nobody looks at that. That's why I call it Remy Ma's web of betrayal. It's just a web of betrayal from one person to another, to another, to another, so that she could actually sit as queen. She figured since she couldn't overthrow Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and all of them girls in the industry, she would make another kingdom in battle rap where she sit as queen. Y'all got to see some of the trailers she was doing and putting out there. Literally prancing around like royalty. Changing outfits every battle. It's 6 battles on the card. Every time somebody battled, she would go change an outfit to complement the battle that was now being done. So one person, like she at the damn Grammy Awards. You know how like the Grammy Awards be, when like the person who hosting and they'll change outfits? She literally thought she was at the Grammy Awards at battle rap. Because usually when a person hosting battle rap, you just got what you got on through the whole night while you hosting the event. Not her. Every time a battle went off, she went to the dressing room and changed into a new outfit and restyled her hair. Like, girl, you're not at the damn Grammys. This is battle rap. She did that. People know the truth. And again, Easy, you know, he was a victim too, because she preyed on his poverty. And he saw that window of opportunity and he jumped on it. Or she was going to go to somebody else. She was going to go to Geechee Gotti next. She was going with whoever was dominating battle rap. Okay? Surf got indicted. And when Surf got indicted after they was messing around, she went to the next best person. And that was no other than Easy the Block Captain. Because Rock and Lady Caution lived together. Surf was single. Easy had a girl, but Remy was desperate. Whoever was making noise, that's who she was going to prey on next. So Surf was her primary target. That's the truth. Then Easy stock went up higher after Surf got arrested. What happened was Surf fans and supporters then shifted over to Easy. Just like they do on like American Idol and all these talent shows. If y'all notice how these talent shows go, right? Like American Idol and America's Got Talent. If you know, they already know who got the talent. They could just sign them right there. People come on, could sing out of this world. Like, woo, she could sing, he could sing. Sign them right now. No. Why? Because they ain't got no support system. They ain't got no fan base. They ain't got no traffic. So let them compete on this platform. We got 25 million viewers every week. Let them compete. So these 25 million viewers is scattering out who they like. So everybody got their favorites of who they like. And as you keep getting counted off, the 25 million viewers still there, but now they shift to somebody else when the one they were supporting get voted off. So now it's down to the last two, but we still got 25 million viewers, which means whoever wins, they get all the viewers and the numbers. Now we can release the album because it's expected to do big numbers. See? Just like that. It's the same thing she did. Surf was the face and voice of battle rap, and she was right there with him every step of the way. Look, at his bowling stuff, private bowling sessions, in the studio with him, making love songs. Type up that song. Look, I'm leaving that right there. Go type that song up. Sue Surf, Wait For Me, featuring Remy Ma. Do the song. They talking about having sex with each other. And they get graphic, okay? And she did it for free. And Surf was the leader. Easy the Block Captain was under him. Easy the Block Captain joined his gang, joined his group. That was Surf group. Easy the Block Captain joined his group. Remy wasn't thinking about Easy. Her focus was on Surf. Surf was the leader of gun titles. And after he went to prison and got indicted, and Remy got the pulling Easy away, Easy turned in his letter of resignation.
Back later, it's the out of Henny Man battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets. Alright, I just landed at ATL for Nome. As soon as I landed, I saw this message from Easy the Block Captain. It's on Instagram. It says, to the battle rap community, as of today, I, Easy the Block Captain, will no longer be associated with nor label myself as a member of Gun Titles. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities that being a member of Gun Titles has afforded me over the years. It's been an incredible experience to be a part of such an iconic, talented team, and I truly value all the valuable knowledge I've gained as a member of Gun Titles. I wish each member of Gun Titles great success and all future endeavors. Hashtag free to wave. Thanks and best regards, Easy the Block Captain. So it's official now.
See that? He turned in his letter of resignation. Why? Because Gun Titles is under the URL banner. Remy wanted complete control over him, now being his manager. Remy is also his manager. That's why Papoose was mad when he said that he shook his hand. because that's how she presented Easy to Papoose as being one of their clients, only for him to find that she was having sex with the help. And he gave in to the temptation because 1, she's attractive. 2, she had connections with the industry and he wanted to be a rapper. 3, he was poor and in poverty. He's not a young dude. He's 40 years old. So he didn't do nothing no other nigga would do. If I wasn't a born-again, Bible-believing Christian, I would have done it myself. Who gonna turn that down? You poor, and here go a millionaire woman, beautiful, and you want to be a rapper, and she connected with the industry and record labels and everything, and she upgrading your whole life, and you've been wanting these moments. She just got too confident in her ways to the point that they now damage goods. Nobody want to deal with them at all. They the most hated couple in the industry. They the most hated couple over the internet. They worse than Bobby and Whitney. They is. Because there wasn't no social media at the time Bobby and Whitney was doing their thing. It's social media now. This stuff is everywhere at one time. And everybody get to see it, get to give their input on it. And guess what? They are unhappy. Nobody likes it. The women don't like Remy stepping out on her husband. The men don't like the fact that you had a good stand-up dude when we already get a bad slate on not being real and faithful and loyal. And then you do that to a guy who, for the most part, make us look bad because we never did something like that. But at least we do acknowledge and honor that that's a stand-up thing he do. So the men against you. And wives are against you. And people who provide for their families and children, they're against you. So no, this didn't work out at all. But he didn't do what any other nigga would have done if they was in that position also. And that's just being real. I don't condone any of his actions and the things that he did, but I'm just being realistic. And a lot of people are jealous that is him and not them. A lot of people just feel some type of way because they wasn't selected and chosen, that she decided to mess with him instead rather than them. Let's just keep it real. It's a lot of reasons why people don't approve of this situation. But I'm just keeping it 100 with you. He did what any other nigga would have done.
No streets for you. Leave me waiting on you. No streets